Welcome to another episode of SG Crypto. Hope you're all having an awesome day. This is going to be a somewhat quick video. I just wanted to cover, give some thoughts and just kind of my thoughts on this whole terraluna thing and it depegging, and just kind of show you, give you something that you can take away from it. So not just being sad if you were one that experienced loss through this. Like I lost some money through it. Because of protocols I was in and some yield farming I was doing. But I'm not really beat up about it. Firstly, because I didn't have an amount of money that was going to break the bank. I'm pretty conservative when I'm doing things like that. That's kind of like a percentage of my portfolio, like a 10% of my portfolio I put into yield farming. And it's spread out, and it's just not an amount of money that if I lose it, I'm going to be distraught over. So that's firstly why I'm not distraught and beat up about it. And secondly is because from everything that happens to me, I try to take away, have a takeaway, have something of value that I can take from it, a lesson learned. And this is something that I actually cover pretty deeply in the DeFi course. I know a lot of you, if you've been following my channel, you've been waiting for it, and it's finally finished. That'll be in the description, and so happy to have that done and just to finally be able to provide even more value that to you guys. So and the lesson is insurance. You can get DeFi insurance, decentralized finance insurance, for protocols, dApps, and you can get it for cryptocurrencies like this, for stable coins. So that's what I want to show you. So let's get into it. So you guys probably know UST is sitting at about 7 cents right now on Binance. You could be in where you could have experienced loss was maybe on Anchor. It could have been Osmosis. I was in a 2-asset liquidity pool. Yield farming, UST being one of those coins. Typically I like to use stable coins when I'm in this. When I'm yield farming and I'm in 2-asset pools or even single asset pools. I love to be in. Out of those 2 assets, I like to have a stable coin because it just makes it simpler, and the impermanent loss isn't as volatile and drastic. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell when a coin is going to depeg from its dollar. Being a stable coin, you never see something like this coming. And so that's kind of where insurance comes in. So whether you were staked on Anchor or any of the other protocols that UST is a part of, I'm not aware of them all, but it's important to take care of that risk and mitigate it as much as possible. And so here's something that you could have done. So you're on UST, you're staking your UST here for that 18.41%, and it's at $1 at the time. You could click here at this protect your deposit. You can click that, and you could go. It'll bring you up options, and the one that I'm going to is unslashed, because here, so simply, you just click on that insurance, get insurance, and it brings you to this page, unslashed. And here you can see you have the Anchor plus UST peg. That's for another portion of this. That's the governance side, for this protocol here, or for the liquidity pool. But another one you see here is UST peg, right? And so this is where you could have. It's sold out right now. The insurance for this one is sold out, so you couldn't. And maybe that just happened recently because people became aware, like, oh, this is not as stable as we thought. But this could have protected you during your time staking. So any loss you may have incurred would have been protected by this UST peg insurance. So, and granted, you have to set an amount of time. So let's say you want to enter a pool, that UST stability coin pool. You would have just bought it and you want to stay in it for a month. You just buy insurance for a month. That way you're protected the entire time you're in it, and there's no chance for loss. You're just mitigating risk as much as possible. And you can also see here, USDT peg. We know that kind of went down like 5 cents below the peg, the dollar peg. So this could protect some individuals if they're, if they don't have a ton of faith in it. Even if you do have a ton of faith in it, as a lot of people did UST, it still has that chance of depegging. This is crypto. This is a new sector, and you never know. So it's important to mitigate risk as much as possible. This insurance, it cannot only be used for, for these USD, these stable coins is what I'm trying to say. But they can also be used for smart contracts. So you have Olympus, and you can look at like Nexus Mutual. So that's unslashed. You can buy insurance. There's several platforms out there, insurance platforms, but you can use them for yield tokens. This one's only for Ethereum. You can use them for different protocols. So like different liquidity pools, depending on the ones they cover. And then custodians like hack or wallets. So let's say you were holding cryptocurrency in MetaMask and it got hacked and you lost all your coins. This would protect you if it was a covered wallet, right? Or an exchange that is holding your crypto. Let's say you're holding your crypto on Coinbase, it gets hacked while you're in it, but you have this insurance, this custodian insurance. You would then be protected if Coinbase was covered, right? But if you can just scroll right through this and you can see all the protocols and platforms they cover. Some of these might not be familiar, some will be. Like I saw like Yield app, crypto.com, Balancer, Alpaca, Yearn, Curve, Anchor, FTX. So these you can buy insurance here to protect yourself if these exchanges go down, especially if you're dealing with decentralized exchanges or protocols. Taking out some insurance might be worth it for you. So this is kind of a lesson you can take from this, that it's not always guaranteed that these cryptos, whether it's a stable coin or not, is going to stay. Whether it's a stable coin being stagged to that dollar, it's not always guaranteed that that's going to happen, as we have seen. So don't beat yourself up about it. Obviously, loss is a loss, and it sucks, but it's important not to let it keep you down. It's okay to be down for a bit, but don't stay there. So, just take lessons where lessons can be taken, and just mitigate risk as much as possible and educate yourself. Don't get into these protocols and platforms and exchanges if you haven't even done your research on them, especially the protocols. And like when it comes to cryptocurrencies, just do your research, mitigate risk as much as possible. Like with this insurance, some of you may not even be aware that DeFi insurance exists. Well, now you know. You have Nexus Mutual, Unslashed. There are many others. So do your due diligence. And all this is covered deeply. Strategies within DeFi. The course I was mentioning earlier covers. It's an A to Z course, really, telling you what DeFi is, how you can use it, the many places that you can use it, strategies I'm personally using, strategies you can use as a beginner or an expert, and ways to mitigate risk with insurance in these platforms. So it is a complete A to Z course teaching you everything about DeFi and how you can get started in it and start creating passive income from it. So a beginner or an expert will take away a lot of value from this course. That's how I wanted to make it. And at the end of the course, you also get 4 one-on-one consultations with me, so I will be able to answer any unanswered questions throughout the course. So I'm going to leave it at that. I wanted to make this a shorter video and just kind of share my own words. And I don't want to buy into all the drama. Obviously there's going to be a drama around financial loss, but just keep your head up. Don't listen to all the drama, and just find a lesson within your failures. So I'll leave it at that. Hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next video.